then embodiment is the highest form of worship. My knees would whisper that to me when I was little before I went to bed, but I was more concerned if my soul was being taken if I died. But now I know I'm the soul controller, and I can pray in a club conversation or meditate in the dance hall while they must bow their heads and pray on a dead man's name, and the game continues. The more out the game I get, the more truth I step into. My body is the venue. My eye is the throwing the party, and the chakras are spinning. Look into the eyes and see them dancing. Remember the rhythm you heard before you had ears. Remember the movements you made before you had legs. Remember the place where thought and action carry the same definition, and the word age is non-existent. The place where you set your condition and chose your mission and chose your region and chose your parents and chose your gender and chose your sexuality and chose to forget that you made these choices. I told them I had voices in my head, and they called me lunatic. A voice for each phase of the moon. Thank you, that makes sense. I am a lunatic. My favorite voice speaks during that full moon. Her audible silence is sultry and seduces my spirit to rise above the tides of my temple. Alcer is the king and Alcet is the lover. She fucks me well. I'm coming to a greater understanding of self, a greater understanding of experience, a greater understanding of freedom. Beyond bones and flesh, I no longer believe, have faith. Yes, I stare down at my face. Yes, I know I'll exist after death. And I'll stand before pearly gates as they open, a big, booming, Morgan Freeman type voice from within and says, "Welcome, my child." I'll smile and respectfully decline. My spirit is touched beyond heaven as a grander design. The voice will say, hell is the only other choice you have for yourself. And as I float up and away, I'll say heaven and hell only exist for those who can't perceive anything else. And a few spirits standing outside the gates will begin to rise and follow me out of curiosity. And curiosity can never kill a cat who knows he cannot die, just as conformity can't sit with those who see a lie. And those inside the gates will begin to rise and follow me out of boredom, and we'll rise up and we'll rise up and we'll rise up, and all of this is just a future deja vu. That moment begins with this one, a moment of rising up, but it's not rising up against anything but one's own inspired thoughts, void to the relevance of a paradigm shift. A shift to the consciousness that recognizes that we don't get free, we only be free. The greatest trick the devil pulled is convincing us that someone else holds the key. As a woman knows, so she be. As a child showeth, so we'll see. All the infinite possibilities to explore. All the infinite possibilities to explore. When I think of God, I don't think of separation anymore. When I think of God, I don't think of separation anymore.